If the sound of an icy wind blowing on a frosty night makes you want to cuddle up with your favorite cat, we'd like to introduce to you a cat that can really warm your heart. Hello, I'm Marcia Ladendorf, and today we're going to introduce to you a cat breed that's been around for a very long time. In fact, some think it may be the ancestor to the original Persian or Angora cats. But you may have never even heard of this breed. We're talking about Siberian cats. That's right, Siberian cats, not dogs. And these beautiful balls of fluff with their attentive nature and their luxurious coats were almost lost to cat lovers simply because they were from Siberia. And the harsh weather conditions had nothing to do with their decline.
Well, the Siberian cat has been trapped behind the Iron Curtain from the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917 until 1988, when Mikhail Gorbachev started to relax the laws and allow the Russian people more personal freedoms. And when that happened, then the breeders were allowed to come above ground and announce that they were breeders and register their cats and start cat clubs and do a lot of the normal things that we take for granted over here. And it was that time they started to get more notoriety, and 2 years later they were imported into the United States at the end of 1990. It's just a little bit different than most of the domestic cats because we feel they are dog-like. They seem to be very loyal to their owners. They will greet them at the front door. They will follow them around. If they're in another room, they will sometimes, or most of the time, come when they're called.
In Siberia, the Siberian cats are very common in every old houses. They protect foods from the mouse. And they're lovely cats.
And the severe weather conditions produced a sturdy cat designed to withstand the Siberian winters.
These cats are very, very muscular. They're very dense. They're compared to most breeds of cats. Underneath all this hair, there's considerably more muscle mass than you realized. They're very agile, and their jumping ability is quite commensurate with their musculature.
Siberians are thought to be the first cats to show the mutation to longer fur, probably more than 1,000 years ago. Yet Siberians are actually considered a semi-long-haired breed. In fact, Siberian kittens start out as short-haired cats, and they eventually grow into their longer fur.
If you don't have a pretty dense coat in Siberia, you don't live very long in the wintertime. So they have a very dense coat and a thick undercoat that changes in the wintertime and gets thicker then.
Yet these cats are surprisingly easy to care for, thanks to the non-matting quality of their fur.
You don't have to brush him. He does not shed, except for a biannual molting. He sheds in the spring and he sheds in the fall. And it's almost more like a rabbit fur.
And there is one other unexpected advantage to Siberian cats. They seem to have the coat of choice for people who suffer from cat allergies.
They don't tend to have dander that a lot of cats do.
Even about a third of the people that have asthma can have a Siberian cat.
Now, this beautiful coat can come in almost any set of markings or color combinations, but the most commonly seen is the tabby, probably due to pairings early on with wild cats, which often carried the tabby patterns. But one trait that is definitely a characteristic of the Siberian's appearance is the ruff. It's kind of a furry lion's mane that develops as the cat gets older.
When they're about 3 years old, it's around the head and a lot of it. I've seen good ruffs on both sexes of cat, male or female.
Now, this is Misha, and he's 6.5 months old. You can see he's already begun to grow some tufts out of his ears. They're designed to keep his big ears warm. And when he gets older, he'll get lynx points to dress the very tips of his ears, plus some tufts that will come out from his toes. It's easy to fall in love with this beautiful cat, but the Siberian's beauty is balanced by its intelligence. In fact, there are some people who believe this is a shrewd cat, able to solve problems.
You can see them thinking when they come upon something that they find perplexing. They will find a way to solve around it. Zoya was very nice to escape her cat-proof carrier on the plane. So my husband was there sleeping, and the stewardess bent down and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Sir, would you like your cat back?" And I have witnessed where they wanted to get my sliding glass door open, and one was standing on the other shoulders, and they were pushing this door, and they made it move. So they met their objective.
But it is the Siberians' constantly growing love for their people that creates a companion for life.
All he does is know how to give love, and all you have to do is love him back. That's the best thing about me.
So if you're looking for a cat that's bright, robust, and beautiful, seek out this renewed old breed. Siberians, you're not just for dog lovers anymore.
В компании с животными вы будете всегда с нами.